Hello, good evening, and welcome to this nighttime taste challenge. This will count for Wednesday. One day in the next 8 days, I need to do a solo review of Paddy's Irish whiskey because that's what's coming up when we finish the Canadian blended Paddy's blended Irish whiskey, which has been around a long time. Got a good deal on it. Well, average, typical deal. But tonight, see, I was going to go join Bumpy Road Brewery, Jesse, Merrill. They're doing Multi Monday in an hour, less than an hour, top of the hour. And they're doing coffee porters. Well, I found a regular porter, vanilla porter, milk porter, peanut butter porter, and I think one more, but I could not find coffee porter, so I give up. I mean, I can't find it. Jeremy says anytime. Oh, wait. Yeah, well, okay. I hope you must be talking about like acid from like tomato sauce and upset your stomach. Same to you, Jojo. I'm going to put the link in case anybody has whiskeys they want to taste challenge or examine, but I'm not going to go on too long tonight. So let's get to this. So I have Seagram's Canadian Hunter. I got this bottle at International Market. It was $8.99. It's a bottle that's at least 31 years old. So it's no later than 1989 from my understanding and no earlier than 1984 because that's when this whiskey was introduced, September 1984. Seagram's Canadian Hunter. 5 years later, they sold it to Sazerac. They took the Seagrams off and it just became Canadian Hunter. But then they changed it. It went from being a 3-year aged, to my knowledge, not colored, no colorings added, no, and it had an age statement of 3 years. Now the modern version is darker, and I think it has color added. I don't know. And no age statement, and it says Canadian whiskey with natural flavors. Yeah, thanks, John. I was disgusted. I couldn't find it, but I mean, I couldn't just be looking forever, Dusk Busters, right? Twilight whiskey reviews, I should call it Twilight whiskey reviews. Well, so there's a few bottles left if you want to go to International Market, but I keep talking about it. Maybe people went over there and bought the rest. I don't know. So it's from 1989, I guess. Probably the last year, but I can't say. If you get the new bottle, it says Canadian Hunter. It's got the same motif, guy hunting, but it's a different bottle design, squared off bottle. It's different. I mean, you just look it up on Total Wine and More, and they'll show you. The competitor, Rich and Rare Reserve. I have a little left. Not much. Rich and Rare Reserve. Beautiful metal cap, but it's really plastic with like a metal applique, gold applique. Rich and Rare Reserve. It's got a crown for the Dominion of Canada. Canada is a kingdom, not a republic like the United States. They've got a unicorn and a horse. Rich and Rare Reserve, Rich and Rare, Canadian whiskey, a blend. 40% alcohol, no age statement, and a pretty bottle. But somebody in Canada told me they use this bottle for other Canadian products. And I wouldn't be shocked. It says Sazerac, imported and bottled in the USA by Sazerac Company, Frankfort, Kentucky. Now, other bottles of whiskey, it's going to say Buffalo Trace, Frankfort, Kentucky. But when they're doing other things that aren't part of the Buffalo Trace universe, they'll say Sazerac. Distilled in Canada in small batches and aged patiently in hand-picked oak barrels, Rich and Rare Reserve delivers a distinctive smoothness and unparalleled elegance. No age statement. I'm going to do a screen share in a moment. Thank you. I'm going to miss doing it. I saw y'all had a rather bizarre, well, it wasn't bizarre, but it was wild, you know, like a wild Stout Sunday evening edition last night. John was like, I can't do this. You know, people are not cooperating. It was crazy. I've only tried the regular Rich and Rare. It was more of a mixing whiskey, says Caleb Jeep and Foodie. Yeah, it is. Well, that's right. In 1962, Rich and Rare was introduced. Still around 58 years later. But around 10 years ago, I know it was no earlier than 2010, but it was certainly no later than 2011. But I never could pin down the date. But 2010 to 2011, that's why I said circa 2010, around 2010, 2011. They wanted to make a more high quality, more developed one, and it came out Rich and Rare Reserve. And I was so happy because I got it for $9.99. I was like, wow, I'm a big shot. I got it for $9.99. They wouldn't make you a big shot. I guess it'd make you lucky or something. Because a lot of places have it for $10.99, $11.99, even $13.99. But I felt played because I looked on Total Wine's website today, and I was like, oh, man. Now let's look at a screen share. Where is that screen share? And then we're going to start rolling with this. Yeah, mixing whiskey. Talking about the regular. Okay, so screen share. Share it. So here's the Sazerac website. Rich and Rare Reserve. You can read this yourself. Whiskey. Rich and Rare is an impeccable, I love reading these things, impeccable blended whiskey. Blended by renowned master blender Drew Mayville of the Sazerac Company. He's their Canadian distillery master, blending master. Its unique marriage of smooth and spicy flavors make for a great whiskey on ice or in mixed drinks. Now, some people claim this is better than Crown Royal, but I mean, that seems hard to believe, doesn't it? Smooth yet spicy whiskey, perfect for any occasion. There should be a comma right there. Smooth yet spicy whiskey, comma, perfect for any occasion. Because then without the comma, it's like whiskey perfect. You know what I mean? But people don't pay any mind to grammar this day and age. Tasting notes. The nose, peppery spice with toffee and caramel to balance the sweetness. Period. They gotta fix their website. It's pretty rude. It's pretty ragged at this point. At least they have one now. It was offline for like 2 years with nothing on it. Palate. Sugarcane and candied fruit with peppercorn finish. Period. Finish. Soft and lingering with baking spices and a touch of smoke. I think I need to go work for Sazerac and show them how to do the website. Award, silver medal at the Los Angeles International Wine and Spirits Competition, bronze medal at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, very good, 89 points, Ultimate Spirits Challenge. Would have been nice if they'd have put the years. So, but anyway, got a nice photo of it full of whiskey. Then they're showing other brands, E.H. Taylor, Wheatley, Buffalo Trace, and it goes on and on. On and on till the break of dawn. Now we'll go to Total Wine. Look at this price. This is right now. Right now. There's a close-up of the bottle. $8.49. Outrageously low. I thought $9.99 was a great price. Now look. A fruity aroma leads to a citrus palette of fresh orange and orange zest with plums and peaches in the background, also hinting of caramel and cotton candy with an herbal finish. Wow, it gets more incredible as you go. Sazerac's given all this plethora of descriptors, and then Total Wine is given even more, which they probably got from Sazerac. Frequently bought together, people buy Rich and Rare with Classic Club Vodka and Silver Tequila and Tower Vodka. Okay. Reviews. Very good reviews. Look at this. No cons. My always return to selection. Nothing to be ashamed of. Smooth. So I'll be reading those later. I bought this one. It'll be a year before I get to it. Canadian Gold. Apparently it's been around since 1962 when the trademark was first used. Barrister's Canadian Gold. Well, that'll be a year from now, so let's not worry about that right now. Stop sharing. Time to roll. Yeah, you can watch this till Multi Monday comes on. Then you got to get off of this, so we'll go watch Multi Monday. And it'll probably be a bunch of coffee porters I've never had, but I might be shocked. I might say, oh, well, wait, I had that one. Hey, everyone. Hello, Chatio. It is intended to be a direct competitor to Crown Royal. I've heard people say that. I don't know if that's true, but I'll believe it. Sounds plausible, doesn't it? Cheers, says Michael Hilton. I just watched your Samuel Adams Boston Lager review. You gave it 100 out of 100. I couldn't believe that. But I mean, it is good. I mean, I'd probably go around 93, but I like it a lot. And I'm sorry your arm got hurt. Mine got hurt too, but it's healing up. Pretty much healed, except for this scab right here. The doctor told me it's going to take a while for that to heal because she said, well, that skin is the most damaged part of the injury, and I don't think that skin's going to survive. But we'll see what happens. So healed up pretty well. All right, here we go. SCH, Seagram's Canadian Hunter. I don't really need labels because it's so light. When you see the appearance, you're going to realize I don't need labels. Remember, this is for Wednesday, so don't look for it on Wednesday. Oh, man, I poured too much. Look for Wildcard Wednesday. Somebody made a good comment, Craig Swenson, who appeared on Wildcard Wednesday once or twice, but he was shy. You know, I said, why you quit so much? He said he was shy. And a lot of people join and they never come back, but I think they hear their voice, like they watch the playback and they can't stand to hear their own voice. And they say to themselves, I sounded so stupid. And it really isn't true. They just think that because, you know, I know a lot of rock stars, they say, I never listen to my own music. It's so terrible. You know, they can't stand to hear it. So they'll join, do the beer hangout, and then they'll go back and watch the replay, and then they'll say, I never joined again. I feel like a fool, you know, I look so stupid. But they didn't, you know, they didn't look stupid. But if I went back and watched my own videos, I'll probably quit the channel, you know. I do watch them sometimes just to make sure I didn't say something wrong. Cheers to the whiskeys. Cheers. Thank you. All right. But he made a good point. Craig was saying, and there's Craig watching right now. I just highlighted his comment. He said, I preferred the old videos where you would pick a brand and everybody would bring that brand of beer and they would all talk about it at the same time. And I said, yeah, I preferred that too because it was more focused, like it was saying, okay, here's what we all think about this particular beer. And we usually pick stuff that everybody could get, you know, like Red Stripe or It could be anything. Lagunitas IPA, it didn't matter. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say number one, but I have a lot of their albums. Actually, I have all of their studio albums from 1967 to 83, 1983, 83. Can't say it. I would like to see us go back to doing dedicated themes every week. Wildcard Wednesday wears on my nerves because I got to listen to people talk about beers that I've never seen or heard of, and I'm never going to see, and I don't really have any interest in them. And I'm not saying the beers they bring are bad. They're probably really good. And I'm not saying they do a bad job presenting them. They do a good job presenting them. It's just like somebody saying, well, here's Conniption Fit IPA. It's from Climb High Brewery of Tengaga, Rhode Island. And they talk about it. I'm like, I never even heard of that. And then the next person says, well, I've got, Feather Boy coffee stout from Cocoa Nib Brewery of Alton, Illinois, and then they'll go on, and I'm like, oh, I'm just listening to it. Oh, it has good cocoa flavor. But it's just, if it's a beer that everybody can drink together, it's like you're drinking together. This one's in Rhode Island, I'm in Louisiana, that one's in Florida, this one's in California, this one's in Nevada, and then we're drinking let's say Foster's Premium Ale. You say, well, that's pretty ordinary. Yeah, but still, everybody's drinking it, and then the viewers can get theirs, and they can make comments like, oh yeah, well, I think it has such and such flavor and whatnot. I'm not against Wildcard Wednesday necessarily. I just rather pick a brand and everybody cover that brand. That's just how I feel about it. Now, Craig brought it up. He made the comment. I gave an honest response because it's good music for the crossover. Well, I like Pink Floyd. I wouldn't have bought every studio album from 67 to 83 if I didn't like them. I just picked up a Sam Adams Winter Classic. Not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed this year. I was thinking about buying it, but I'm not buying a 12-pack and I'm not buying a 6-pack. I want to buy a single. Is that much to ask? Okay. Especially with a beer that everybody's talking about is kind of like not that great. But me, I probably like it, but I don't really want to buy a 12-pack. I'm going to tell you right now. They had it at Walmart, 12-pack. I mean, if I got stuck with a 12-pack, I wouldn't be like upset. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. This smells spicy, mentholated, sort of a spearmint type thing. It's making me think it's the Seagrams because it's like really like a lot of their products used to be. The VO, you get the same notes. And a lot of wood, like a charred oak, but it's not heavy on the char. Let's say very light on the char, but heavy on the wood after all. It's vanilla. And I don't mean that like people use that, like they'll say that team has a vanilla offense. No, I don't mean like that. I mean like it has a vanilla aroma. Okay, over here. I can taste it on my tongue, the fumes. I think this is the Rich and Rare Reserve because it has more of that caramel. And didn't I just read those notes? The sell sheet, they were talking about caramel on the Sazerac Company's own website. This does have a website, not for the brand, but for the company Sazerac. They say it's impeccable. I don't know about impeccable now. An impeccable whiskey for $8.49. Maybe that's why it sells so high. Maybe that's why the sales are so good for it. It does have a butterscotch. Now that's true. It has a butterscotch aroma, which I think most people would like. Some people don't like butterscotch. This I do not understand why, but they don't. It smells like candy. 80 proof candy. Haha. But it does smell like candy though. All right, taste time. Let's see the comments first. I can't read without my glasses. I can read without my glasses, but I have to look close. Just pulled Old Reliable out the freezer ice house. Yeah, I like it. Samuel Adams has jumped the shark. I've been watching your channel for years. I love it. This man is underrated. He should have 1 million subscribers. I agree with that. Let's get that done. Hi, Ronald says, hello. All right. That's the goal for 2021. 1 million subscribers. Drinking the United Kingdom Bud Light. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Old Crow. Well, I've actually done that. I only have a little left. I don't even think I have any left. I think I drank it all. Might have about 3 ounces left. Yes, I've done Old Crow twice. I did the 1977 Old Crow, and I did the modern Old Crow. And I got to tell you, the 1977 Bottled and Bond, aged 8 years, was a lot better. But the modern one is good. It's fine, straight bourbon. It's nice, but it ain't no, you know, it ain't what it was. Taste. Candy, sugar candy, wood, spice from the rye, a little whiskey taste. You know what I mean? Like a stereotypical, the flavor generally associated with whiskey, which is probably coming from the single malt whiskey. Do they use single malt whiskey in Canadian blended? Yeah, it's only like about 5%. But it gives it a little taste, you know what I mean? Like a little nice taste. I don't know what happened to, I mean, Canadian Hunter is still really popular, but I don't know what Seagram's did that blow, like why would you make a introduction with all this fanfare and 5 years later you're selling it off to Sazerac? I just think that company had a lot of management problems, had a lot of marketing, mismarketing. You say, you mean like Anheuser-Busch and Pabst? Yeah, like them. They make really good beers and make sure nobody, Pabst makes good beers that they make sure nobody can get. And then Anheuser-Busch introduces dynamite beers and do nothing to promote it and then kill it after 2 years. Like Busch Signature, Copper Lager, thank you very much. Insanity. Oh, that's some caramel. Look at that bottle. That's pretty, huh? I know it's the R&R Reserve. It's caramel. I don't know how long it's aged, but I think I heard people saying like about 6 years. But I don't believe it. I think it's about 4 years. I don't know what Crown Royal is aged. I think Crown Royal is aged about 6 years. Didn't I watch a video and they had the Crown Royal guy talking up there in Canada saying it's aged about 6 years? I'm pretty sure. I didn't write it down though. I said, I'll just remember it. And then of course I forgot. It's something like that. Okay, which one's better? And don't tell me the point is not, don't tell me that the point is moot because the Seagram's Crown Canadian Hunter is no longer made. That's true. It hasn't been produced for 31 years. Well, maybe 30, because they probably still had it aging up until 90, 91. So they probably phased it out and then phased the other one in. Yeah, but you can still buy it, as evidenced by me buying it. And it's still being sold at least one store. And where there's one, there's another. Okay. The Seagram's Canadian Hunter is a lot drier. It's very dry. Now, that would not appeal to some people, and it would appeal to other people. Because some people are rather sweetness, and some people are rather dry, meaning not sweet. Crisp, you know what I'm saying. Dry wood and those kind of qualities. Mm-hmm. And this is more sweet for your sweet tooth. It's smelling more and more like caramel candy. It's just like caramel. It's like a marshmallow, or is it a marshmallow? It's definitely like some kind of confectioner's sugar, something like that, or a Reesings, you know, those European caramel candies. Well, for $8.49, it's 50. It was 50 cents cheaper. 50 cents cheaper at Total Wine and More. They ought to call it Totally Shocking and More, because I can't believe that some of these prices I see over there. These prices make no sense to me. They're so low. I won't even mention the fact that I bought. You say, no, mention it. No. I'm not going to bring it up, because I could have mentioned, but I'm not going to, of course, because but I was going to say, I was going to talk about how I bought this Cruzan Blackstrap Molasses rum, the darkest of the dark night rum that they make in that beautiful bottle with the cork. Everybody else got it for $23, $18, $19, $20. Total Wine had it for $8.49. Somebody screwed up on that price, and I think somebody made a mistake. But I'm not mentioning that. Like I said, I'm not going to mention it. I said I was going to mention it, but I caught myself. But I don't get that. I mean, you say, well, you could buy a Whopper and some fries, or you could buy a whole bottle of Blackstrap Molasses rum. You say that's craziness. I know. Been my boss. All right. Now it's time to. I know this is the Seagram, so here we go. Ha ha ha! I knew it. That's so pale straw. Gotta look at these comments now. Get ready, because Multi Monday's coming up. Get this party started. Coming up. Okay. Get this party started on a Monday night. I had a Paulana recently, and it was out of date. Chopped all of my chopsticks. It's sickening when you buy these outdated beers. And I've been to Total Wine, and they have a lot of outdated beers. They're not the only ones, though. There's a whole lot of guilty parties in that respect. Hey, Ronald, not a fan of Canadian Hunter. Kentucky Brew Review. Ah, yes. But have you had the Seagram's Canadian Hunter from 1989? You see, this is the OG, the original guy. That's what that means. OG means original guy. Canadian Hunter. Available at a store nowhere near you. I did not realize you did live streams. Oh, yes. How often do you do them? I really enjoy your videos, and I've been watching for a few years now. Oh, thank you. Well, actually, I do them many days during the week, but usually at dawn. That's why I call the videos Dawn Busters. And I do whiskey, rum, and brandy taste challenges. Whiskey, rum, and brandy taste challenges. We do live streams on Wednesday night where we do different beers, sometimes a theme, sometimes not. Wednesday night about 6 o'clock Central. I'm sorry, 6:20 Central. You need to do a revisit of Johnny Walker. Don't worry, it's coming up, coming up, coming up. Is this taste challenge in place of tomorrow morning's? No, it is not. This is in place of Wednesday coming up. Wednesday. Ron, you're missing Biden's speech. Well, that's good news. In 2021, we want to try and convince Anheuser-Busch to bring back copper lager. Good luck. Good. Oh, excuse me. Good luck. But if anyone can do it, Kentucky Brew Review can do it. I hope. You couldn't pay me to watch Biden's speech. Cheers, everyone. Oh, well, you could pay me to watch it. Bring back tequila. I never even tried that in the first run. Not drinking it, but tasting it. That's right. I don't drink. Think I would drink whiskey at 5:30 a.m. I have some kind of self-control, but I do taste it because it's a taste challenge. That blackstrap is pretty good. And for the price, $8.49 a bottle. I mean, something is wrong. You know, they're going to discover the error, but I got mines. Total Wine's got some dusty, dirty beers. Well, not here yet because they only opened in June. You understand? They opened in June here. But I found a beer. Right after they opened, I went there. They had a Scottish beer that was already out of date. I said, how you get a beer out of date? You just opened 2 weeks ago. You hit the nail on the head, Ron. Philly came to play yesterday, but my boys in Washington are rolling. I'm so happy. That was a shambles for the Saints. I watched that whole game, and I said, y'all are pitiful. And the Washington Redskins are on fire. I'm gonna keep saying Redskins because I'm politically incorrect, and everybody knows that. Definitely haven't had the old Canadian Hunter. Neither has most people in this world. But it is available, and you can buy it. I bought it, and I could buy 3 more bottles if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Hey, Ron, my stepmom got me some Buffalo Trace. You ever tried it? Yes, I did. I tried it at David's house. My friend David, who does a lot of videos with me, and I liked it a lot. I didn't think it was like the most exploding plastic inevitable. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Terrapin Station, but I liked it. And I would buy it, and I intend to buy it at some future point. I was very pleased with it. I find that Blanton's tastes like a more expensive version of Buffalo Trace, but don't let anybody hear me say that because they'll go crazy and get angry. Just saying, that's what it tastes like to me. Been drinking any good English ales lately, Ron? Says WH. No, because I don't get them anymore. We used to get so many English ales. Now, shoot, can't find them really. A savory palate, a dry quality. I mean, I would like to drink that with fried catfish and hush puppies and coleslaw with tartar sauce and maybe some cocktail sauce. Ain't nobody could believe that. Even LSU couldn't believe it, and they're the ones that won it. But we're so glad. Hail to the Redskins. I'm glad you're not a purist and call us the football team. I'm not crazy. We've been around since 1932. They were the Boston Redskins. Why is it just out of nowhere a problem? Oh, a simple answer, a one-word answer. That one word is communism. The guy, I thought R&R Reserve was pretty good. Have you decided on a winner yet? I'm about to, y'all. I'm about to. Okay. Thank you, Ethan. I remember back in the early 80s, we were talking about these things, and people said, "You're dumb. You're crazy. You're a bunch of paranoid conspiracy theorists. They're never going to change the name of the Redskins. They're never going to change the name of the Cleveland Indians. You're stupid." And I said, "No, we're right, and you're going to see." And now we're right. See, we know where the lines lead. See, when you know where the lines lead, you can project where they're going to lead to. Well, the Seagram's is very nice. I would recommend it. It's dry. It's even keel. It's mellow, mild, and just copacetic. You know what I'm saying? No, they don't have to change it. They're choosing to do it because of generalized idiocy. No, don't take the Lord's name in vain, though. That's not good to do. This is not good. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. Haven't had Seagram. Sorry, I wasn't trying to rush you. I just hopped on. I wasn't sure if you had it yet. Yeah, I'm not trying to rush, but I'm not going to be on here long. Ron's impressions of other people always crack me up. Oh, thank you. I can't help that. That's a gift. All right. We can get Boddingtons, and we can get Samuel Smiths, but I can't get it in my own town, and it's a hassle to try to find them, and it's an irritating thing. I don't have Bullet, but I intend to buy it at some future point. That's a Diageo brand also. Just like most of the Seagrams, or a good amount of the Seagrams brand, are Diageo, meaning Guinness. Diageo is Guinness, in case you didn't know. Okay. It's hard to say who the winner is because on the one hand, I very much like the caramel flavor of this. I think Rich and Rare has a delightful caramel flavor, and Jonathan Owen, J.O., remember he used to be on a whiskey company's web, you know what I'm talking about, a liquor store's YouTube thing, but that's, anyway, he says he thinks Rich and Rare Reserve is better than Crown Royal. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. It seems, I mean, Crown Royal is $22 a bottle. 23 normally. This is on Total Wine's website, $8.49 a bottle. But yes, there are a lot of bargains out there. Let's think about bourbon. You can go pay your $23 to get Jack Daniels and say, "I'm drinking Jack and Coke." Good. That's good. I'm proud of you. Or you could pay $8.99 and get a bottle of Benchmark, McAfee's old number 8 Benchmark. And is McAfee's Benchmark better than Jack Daniels? It's certainly not worse. Certainly not worse. It doesn't make you a bad person because I love it myself. And in fact, guess what the next Canadian whiskey coming up is going to be? Crown Royal Black. Crown Royal Black, 90 proof, extra age. Well, I'm geared up for that. That was introduced in 1992. I'm ready to roll on that. I'm ready to roll, and I bought a big bottle too. I went whole hog. I bought that $46 bottle. Oh, 1,750 milliliters. It was cheaper per ounce. That's sort of a modern classic, a legendary product, Crown Royal Black. That's when you're starting to get serious. You know what I mean? I mean, when you're really getting serious, you're getting Crown Royal XL. Right? You got to pay $150. All right, which I'm willing to do. I got to make this call. Y'all go watch Multi Monday at the top of the hour. Coffee porters, which I could not find. I like drinking it straight too, but I like the number 7, not the old number 7, the number 7, the green label, which I have to drive 206 miles to get. Well, that's 206 miles to the exit. I guess I have to drive 209 miles. It is smooth. Me too. I haven't tried it either, but I'm sure I have a bottle on the shelf. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. R&R Reserve. I love the caramel flavor. I mean, they go overboard talking about it's impeccable. I mean, come on. It's impeccable for $8.49. Oh, wow. That's amazing, Sazerac. The price is amazing. But the flavor is much higher than the price point. I'll give it that. I'll grant that. You pay $8.49 at Total Wine and it tastes like this, you would think, no, that's like $23.99. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't add up. You know, the flavor and the experience does not add up to that low price point. I don't know what they're doing, but I like it. I like it. Okay, that's it. We're gonna close this out. Enough's enough. What's up, my friend? I just tuned in. I'm far along. I'm at the final. You know, the final area. Yes, I see Crown Royal Peach every day. Every day. I never tried it, but I see it every day. Never seen that. $28. If it's that price around here, you'll never see me buy it. Johnny Bootlegger sour raspberry on alcohol eggs. I don't care about the beer snobs. They make no impression on me. I had a chance to buy that stuff, but I passed. But I might buy it next time. Evan Williams. Yeah, I have a lot more to do with Evan Williams. I did the black and the green, but there's a lot more to Evan Williams than that, and I want to get into it. Yes, yes, I want to get into it just to do it, regardless of price. France. To be honest, I was going to go to Belgium for some beer and wine. As the 1st of January, there will be limits on how much you can bring back. Sounds great. Sounds great and socialist and irritating. See, I don't support these regulations. You'll never see me support beer, wine, and liquor regulations. Those are usually done to serve a special interest. And definitely not your interests. I have heard of that. Aviation gin, yes. Hadn't had it. Oh, yeah. Well, if you get the chance, watch it. You might like it. Of course, on the other hand, you might hate it. You're welcome. I think I don't know. I can't decide. I cannot. I don't just make a decision just to make it. I think they're both very good. If you can find the Canadian Hunter somewhere around, I mean, yeah, you can find Canadian Hunter easily. I'm talking about Seagram's Canadian Hunter from 1989, 88, 87, 86, 85, or 84. You got those years to choose from. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. 6 years. Chances are you'll never see it, but then if you do come to New Orleans, I can show you where to find it, and it's a winner. It's really good. I don't know why they changed the recipe or whatever, but anyway, probably cheaper. Yes, it was a blind taste challenge. I always do blind. Dusk Busters taste challenge, right? Now, I think the R&R Reserve is a true winner, and it's becoming more popular. It seems like day by day, like that TV show, Day by Day. Every Wednesday, yes, God willing, we do. Wednesday around 7:20 Eastern, Claude. I got enough for about 3 taste challenges left. Yes, 3 taste challenges. Don't think I'll do more than that. This is a real winner. It's a beautiful bottle. It's a great label. It's a fabulous, almost like unthinkable price. And it has a good flavor. People might tell you that's rot gut. You're stupid to buy that. Just ignore that negativity. Believe me, this is a true winner. Sazerac they knew what they were doing. And I don't know how they can sell it so cheap, but maybe it's because Crown Royal is up priced. You know, and maybe Crown Royal could be $9 a bottle, but they uptick it so much that you're buying the name. And probably that's true. Bohemia. I love that beer. My friend David was all excited because he bought Bohemia. I said, "You drink a Bohemia, huh?" He said, "Yeah, that beer's great." I said, "Yeah, baby. Boiling gumbo. Boiling it day by day." Okay, thank you. I think Julia Louise Dreyfus was on that, right? Yeah, and then she jumped to Seinfeld. Anyway, yeah, there's not really too many rock guts out there. That's just like people posing and trying to position themselves. Even the cheapest of the cheap stuff, that's not bad stuff. Even Crystal Palace gin, like you say, Crystal Palace. Oh, no, not that. Let me tell you something about Crystal Palace. It was introduced in 1934. It's been on the market all those years. It's made in Kentucky. Well, you know, it's bottled at Buffalo Trace. Thank you. And at 1792 Distillery. When I was on the tour there 3 years ago, the girl said, "We sell a lot of Crystal Palace." That's a true story. I said, "I believe it." It's obviously not world class by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not horrible like people might say. I mean, I wouldn't buy it because I don't drink gin. If I drink gin, I'll be writing stuff on the internet and I'll come back later and say, "Who put this on my Facebook page?" And then I'll say, "Oh, I did it." All right. Wait a minute. Howdy, Ron. Heading south from Virginia. You're hitting Interstate Highway 10 about Mobile. Well, that's where you'd hit it. Do you have a gut instinct? The best interesting stop off of Interstate 10 in Louisiana that is not more than 2 miles off the interstate? Well, yes, I like nature. So if I was driving on Interstate 10 from Mobile, I would stop off at that National Wildlife Refuge in Mississippi, which is right off the interstate. It's called it's dedicated to some kind of plant or animal. I can't remember. Go ahead. It drives me mad. It's just north of Interstate 10. And I went on that trail through there, and there's sort of like a not a canyon, but a ravine. And then there's a trail, and there's all these wildlife areas. It's really nice. And then if you come into New Orleans, well, you can get off on US Highway 11. Right, as soon as you get into Louisiana, you'll go about 15 miles, and you're going to see US 11. Go south. It's going to take you to US Highway 90. It isn't going to take you long. You would drive through a marshland with all kind of houses right next to the water. And then you're going to get to 90. Take 90 and go west. You won't be on that highway very long. It's a 4-lane. You won't be on there very long, and you'll get to Bayou Sauvage. Bayou Sauvage. Means Savage Bayou. National Wildlife Refuge. Stop there. There's a boardwalk. It'll take you way back in there, and then you can go to there's a lagoon. It's called Lost Lagoon, I think. When you go back in there, you might want to bring a gun because you'll be alone. You can actually bring a gun, but and there's a big write-up. There's a bunch of displays about the history of that area and about the forest. Huge cypress trees, and you'll see alligators, rabbits, and when you get way in the back by the Lost Lagoon, you'll hear the frogs, you know, and you'll hear things. Now, you got to watch it because if you go at night, they could have some kind of wild cats running around. I don't mean like a kitty cat, like a wild cat, like at the minimum, a bobcat. So, but you're not supposed to go in there after dark anyway. It says open dawn to dusk. So Bayou Sauvage National Wildlife Refuge. And if you go on the south side, that U.S. highway, there's another trail on the south side, which will take you closer to the Gulf. So yes, I would stop there. Also, you could go to Chalmette National Military Park, which was where the Battle of New Orleans was. Doesn't cost any money. And that's where a huge battle between the British Army and the United States Army was fought. And those are right close to Interstate 10. So yes, there's your answer. And it won't cost you any money because the National Wildlife refugees, right, like they were trying to escape. The Wildlife Refuge is free, and the other thing is free. Yeah, there's a lot of bargains, buddy boy. All right, it's time for Multi Monday. Yeah, since 1934. It's not bad. I mean, you know, it's put it on ice. It's a mixer, of course. All right, y'all go watch Multi Monday. Oh, yeah, that's a little more pricey. The weather in Louisiana, damp, of course, damp and chilly. It's going to be down to 41 tonight. 41, you know, kind of uncomfortable, but it'll be all right. Thanks. I will try out the Highway 1190 West Bayou, no, Sauvage, not Soulage, Sauvage, S-A-U-V-A-G-E, Sauvage. What's great is that I can re-listen to this video and find the spot as well as the military spot. Yeah, Bayou Sauvage, National Wildlife Refuge, and Chalmette National Battlefield, national, run by the United States Park Service. Right along the river. Oh yeah, easy to get to. Easy. Nothing to it, and both free. Oh well, I think the battlefield might cost like $3. $3. It's cheap. It's nice. It's a big graveyard too. They got graves back to 1815. Yeah. Thank y'all. All right, now it's on to Multi Monday with coffee porters.